David, what is your position on the ADUs here in La Cresta?
Personally, I don't want to see ADUs here in the La Cresta POA. However, the state of California has allowed them to exist. And so with that, we have to lean on our architectural committee to put the strictest standards in force to make sure that structurally they comply with how we want an ADU within this community, and also the aesthetic look and feel of it to make sure that it blends in with our community.
And we've been working with the governing documents.
Yes.
That being said, what can you say about the process of the work that we're doing on the governing documents committee up to date on the CC&Rs?
Like I said in a prior question when I got on the governing documents, we're given this template of all these terms and conditions, and we're having to thoroughly go through all of them and to see if they comply. Why? Since the last CC&Rs were probably 1969, so over 50 years ago, a lot of things have changed in the world since then. And so a lot of new terms and conditions came to us through that new template, and we're having to review all of them to see if they comply with what we're trying to do here in the LCPOA, or even in the future. There are some things that might apply that may apply in 5 to 10 years. So we'd want to keep those terms and conditions in there also. So we've vetted all those terms and conditions, got them to a point where we can ask questions of our lawyer on those things that we want to omit versus those things that we want to change versus those things that we want to keep. And so once our attorney goes over it, then we'll be ready to give it to the board of directors to vet out. And the board of directors, they're going to have plenty of time to go over the
governing documents,
the updated
bylaws.
Governing documents. And after that, then it goes to our members, and they're also going to be taking a look at this. The timeline on this is probably 6 to 8 months out. And so there's a lot of time for everyone to take a look at it. And then ultimately it comes to a vote on our membership on whether they want to adopt the new CC&Rs or not.
And there'll be an educational process with that.
Correct.
2 of the new candidates have websites, which is owned by Jenny Wang, Suni Wang's wife, which are littered with factually incorrect information. I'm sure you've reviewed those sites. What do you have to say about this?
Buyer beware. The statements on there are unfounded. Most of them are just regurgitations of what they said in the past. They've already been baked to death on rebuttals on what we have on our website. We're just having to readdress them. And so I see nothing but complaints coming out of there. I see no solutions. I don't see any vision of making this place better. And so with that, I said, buyer beware on what they have out there.